Alrighty, well, it looks like it is 7:20. So let's get started with our 21 Bowman Draft Baseball Super Jumbo Pack Random Player one box or one pack break number one. Just like with all of our random player breaks, we list everybody in random.org in the order of which they purchased their spots. We'll randomize that list 5 times, and then we'll match that up against an alphabetical player list from the product. Good luck, everybody. Once, twice, 3 times, 4, and lucky number 5. And we've got Evan in the top spot and Brian in the bottom spot, which is not the Zion spot since we're doing Bowman Draft Baseball. All righty. That's right. It's break night, so it's always good. Good gracious, 10 to 12 inches. Well, you're telling a similar story that other folks have been telling. But I knew that whole I-95 corridor was just going to get pummeled today. Sorry about that. Got a little choked up there. All right. So there is our list. We'll go through it and that's absolutely true, Dusty. Don't have to worry about leaving the house. Absolutely true. The good thing is, too, I mean, everybody knew about it. It wasn't like it was something that snuck on everybody. So hopefully everybody had a chance to get out and get some groceries and all that good stuff, since it was something that had been forecasted for quite a few days. All righty. Now that we have been through our list, let's open up our box, or our pack, I should say, and see what we get. So this is our factory sealed box that we're opening up. Again, we'll take 1 pack out of this for the break, and then we will use subsequently the other 4 packs in the weeks ahead. We'll do random player. We might do a random team break too. So I'm going to open up our box. There's our Super Jumbo Pack. I still think it's hilarious. They put 120 cards in a foil pack. All right. So we'll open up our first one. And we're doing these breaks a little differently than we did last year's, where we would bundle all of the first Bowman chrome and paper and send it to one person. We'll actually send those to all the people that had those specific player spots. So we're doing it a little differently there. Little Ricky Tiedemann. I'm just going to thumb through the... Actually, I'm going to set this down because that's a big gob of cards to go through. I'm just going to go through the paper and we'll look at those. And then, got a paper parallel of Jordan Walker, and that is serial numbered 31 of 50. Gold paper parallel. Nice little card for the Walker spot. Then we've got an insert of Gunnar Hoagland and Ricky Tiedemann. And then we have our chrome base. We'll kind of just thumb through that as well. Then we have a Jordan Lawler Bowman Draft Night insert. And then we're to our refractors, and our first one is Freddie Valdez. And then Brett Beatty. And then next is Brooks Gosswine. A little print dust there. And then our next refractor is Eric Silva. And then I think the rest of this half is paper. Benny Montgomery, who was involved, by the way, in a very funny Twitter back and forth this week. I don't know if any of you are on Twitter. You should go search for him. So what happened essentially is when he signed his cards for Bowman Sapphire, or was it Bowman Draft Sapphire, he used two distinct signatures, and somebody called him out and said that maybe his mom signed part of them. Well, he actually replied back and said, no, one of them is my regular signature, and one of them is my quote-unquote fancy signature. Little Lonnie White Jr. there. So I thought that was pretty darn hilarious that he actually managed to respond back to the person and clarify that he just used two different signatures. It was pretty funny. All right. Hey, TX, how are you doing this evening? So this is the second half of our Super Jumbo Pack, and I'm just going to go through the paper inserts real quick. Fires, McCants, Henry Davis, Luke Murphy, Painter, Daylan Lilla, Del Castillo, Manzardo, and Jackson Merrill. And then speaking of Benny Montgomery, I have a Genesis Benny Montgomery insert. And then we've got our chrome, Gavin Williams, Ryan Webb, Ben Kurderna, Dylan Lill, Chase Petty, and Brick Goswine. And then we have a speckle refractor of Mika Ottenbritt. Oh, serial numbered? Nope. And then we've got our refractors. First one is Alec Thomas. Then we have Francisco Alvarez. And we have Jose Torres. Nice first Bowman refractor there. And then our last refractor is Robert Gasser. Nice little first Bowman refractor there. And our autograph is Tanner Allen. Tanner Allen is our autograph in this jumbo pack. Well, Richard, that sounds like a darn good way of spending a snow day right there. A little roast in a crock pot. A lot worse ways to spend a day. Yeah, TX, I'd like to see everybody get in myself. Just me personally. I know that, there's some things that were done that shouldn't have been, but, if you go back through the history of the Hall of Fame, there's probably some folks that got jacked up on greenies in the 60s and 70s, and Lord knows what else. And Calvin Ziegler is our last card in the pack. Alrighty. So now that we have went through all of our cards, let's go back to our list, and we'll go through the inserts and the refractors, stuff like that. Like I'd mentioned, we'll ship out all of the first Bowman paper and chrome to everybody that had those particular spots. I'm not going to go through all of them because it'd take probably an hour to do so, but we'll send those out to everybody. Let's see here. Let's go through our refractors first. Okay, so our first refractor is, that out a little bit so it's not in the frame there, is Robert Gasser, and that goes to Evan. Congrats on that, Evan. And then next refractor is Jose Torres, and that goes to Evan. Congrats on that. And then next is Francisco Alvarez, and that goes to Lester. Congrats on that, Lester. And then next is Alec Thomas, and that goes to Evan. Doubling up back to back. And then next is Eric Silva, and that goes to Kyle. Congrats on that, Kyle. And then next is Brooke Goswin, and that goes to Lester. Congrats on that, Lester. And then next is Brett Beatty, and that goes to Lawrence. Congrats on that, Lawrence. And then next is Freddie Valdez, and that goes to Brian. Congrats on that, Brian. And then next is our Mika Ottenberg Speckle refractor. Is it Speckle or Sparkle? I always forget. And that goes to Stephanie. Congrats on that, Stephanie. So then next, we've got our gold paper parallel of Jordan Walker, serial number to 50. And that goes to Jim. Congrats on that, Jim. And then last is our Tanner Allen first Bowman autograph. And hey, that goes to Brian. Congratulations on that, Brian. Awesome. Well, alrighty. That concludes our 21 Bowman Draft Baseball Random Player 1 Super Jumbo Pack Break number 1. Thanks to everybody that bought spots in the break. As always, we appreciate you all supporting our breaks the way you do. Thanks to everybody that joined us in the live stream for the break this evening. And we'll be back in about 4 minutes with our 21 Topps Chrome Update Baseball Random Team 2 Mega Box Break number 1. Thanks again, everybody.